woman being overworked.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
Hey guys,
Welcome back to our very special edition called Mr. and Mrs. Robdon
Couples Corner.
Alright, so this is where we talk up the things that affect couples and we try as best as possible to be practical and at the same time maintain our spiritual views and perspective. Remember that we are Christians and our practices largely will be guided by the spiritual context to which they fall. But nonetheless, we understand that though we are not of the world, we are in the world, and therefore we'll try as best as possible to make our views as interactive and as down to earth as possible. So, this week we are going to be talking on another interesting topic. The topic of gender roles. Gender roles, yeah. And we know that this is a touchy topic when it comes on to talking about gender roles. Honey was sharing with me the other day that a friend of hers, her espoused husband, doesn't think that he should mop the floor, sweep the floor. What else?
I mean, basically everything that persons would deem the female role. And I mean, this is something that we think that, may cause a lot of friction in the homes because, some families, I'm not saying yours, but some families, the men in the relationship believes that they should enjoy Netflix and chill, read the paper, go on social media, that kind of thing. And the woman being overworked.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? We are supposed to enjoy life. Isn't that why we get married? Anyways.
Okay, we are to enjoy life too. We're not.
We are going to get into the heated facts in a bit. You're going to hear our views on the matter. But it's a serious matter as mentioned by my wife. Just this week I had the privilege of sharing with a young lady who was opening up to me to let me know how frustrated she is in her marriage. Her husband provides well. He provides the other needs as it relates to emotional support. But when it comes on to cleaning up after himself, when it comes on to supporting her in the household, and guess what? They just have a newborn child. And so, can you imagine how burdensome it is? And overwhelming. And I was really taken aback only when I thought about it because of some of the views that are held by men. And I was trying as best as possible to promote communication because people, one of our best tool against issues like these is communication. But this young lady I've been expressing that she's talking, and she's like, Pastor, what do I do after I've talked? And then hear me, honey, keep talking.
keep talking. It works.
Yeah, it doesn't stop. And I want to put a real perspective out there even before we start talking. there, you know, just before I got married, I was introduced to this book. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus, and they both end up on Earth together. And basically that book is establishing that these two beings are coming from two different backgrounds. Not only are they different in terms of male and female, but they are different in terms of their culture, in terms of their upbringing. In some of these young men never had fathers around them to kind of, you know, show them the way and show them how to treat with a woman, to show them how to be responsible. Some of them have only heard only what society has to say, and the society for many years have downgraded and degraded women and sort of put women down on the low, and, you know, treated women like, you know, yeah, the perfect baby mother, stay at home kind of thing. Yeah.
But then you see, while we are going to be sharing our views, you know, I really want to hear some of the things that you are experiencing. How is it that you know, operate in your household as a man and woman? Is it that you, the woman, have all the responsibilities, or is it something that is shared? You know, we want, while we're sharing with you, we also want you to share with us.
Wash the, honey, I need something to eat.
Listen.
I wonder what such a household.
Listen.
You press the clothes yet? Honey, me want to go to work. Is my clothes ready to go? Is the children okay? Honey, don't you see the baby crying? Aren't you providing any form of shit? So, according to the experts, family roles are the recurring patterns of behavior by which individuals fulfill family function and needs. In our household, we predominantly as parents take care of the various duties that needs to be carried out. But we are well aware that there are some people who are a little bit more privileged, uptownish, and so they can afford to have, you know, an employee. Honey, what do you think about that? What do you think about having somebody who comes in and wash for us? Alright, so there you go. I'm trying to get a way out to see people. You know, I mean, get some help in the house, but you know, my wife establishes no. So I guess it's going to be a no until I can persuade her otherwise. Is there anything I can do for you to consider having a maid in the house, somebody to do the pressing, the washing? Aren't you tired? Alright, so in various households it will be different. There are some households that have older children, so parents are able to delegate, so we are well aware of that, and so our discussion will hang more around the principles of administering varying roles as a family. We are well aware, as I mentioned earlier, that these roles are largely performed by the women because there are some men who are of the perspective that man no wash, man no cook. No, that a girl thing. When I wash no dish, when I sweep no floor, that are the woman thing. Alright, so we know that there are those who are of that view and that perspective.
And that some persons, you can't really blame them, because this is what the traditional perspective enforces. You know, the belief that, you know, the man goes out and he does the work and comes in, he, you know, sits on the couch and he is served, you know, everything. The woman, after doing everything at the house, you still have to clean up at night when everybody is sleeping. So it's like you have a 24-hour shift. But I mean, time has evolved in contemporary society. You have both the husband and the wife, or the man and the woman, you know, going out to work. So I mean, we can't expect to have the same traditional view, well, in our family.
But even so, honey, even if one party is really staying at home, do you think that is a recommended approach to dealing with gender roles in the household?
It choked me. I don't expect that I'm going to be, you know, looking after the kids, you know, ensuring that everybody is well fed, be cleaning and everything. The support is necessary.
We're going to go in deeper into our we approach from our relationship. But we just want to share with you the views that are out there. So we mentioned the traditional views, which pretty much have the ideal woman being the stay-at-home, the money, the person who deal with the washing, the cooking, and, you know, taking care of everything, while the man go out and prepare, you know, work, bring in the food, bring in the money. But then we also have the feminist view. Who's feminist? Right, feminist view. Them people who hold firm to the view that women are equal, and that by being equal they should be able to go out and do everything that the man do, even if it means neglecting the normal and usual traditional roles in the home. Now, I am not sure if I embrace either traditional, patriarchal, or a feminist perspective. What we do in our household is to bring what I call a team approach. Now, I always ask myself the question, and this is something I asked my wife when we were courting. I said, if it is my role to pay the light bill, and let's say, for instance, something happened in that month and I am unable to pay the bill, and you refuse to pay, and JPS comes and disconnect the light, who is it that is in darkness? Is it me? Is it you? Or is it us? I am, and 100%, 100%, it comes back to the fact that both of us will be in darkness. So I believe that everything that we do in a home must be viewed from a team perspective. If one person is burdened down, it will feed into the relationship. If one person is stressed and depressed, it feeds into the relationship. If one person is upset, it feeds into the relationship. If one person feels less than in the relationship, what it does is it affects the whole relationship. So my view, our view, is that there is absolutely no role that is defined as a female role in my house, and there is no role that is defined as a male role. Now, before you get at me, there are some things that, based on my wife's skills and expertise, it will be better if she is a person who actually carry it out because of her expertise in the area. One example is combing hair, putting her hair together, taking care of my daughter's hair. I am not the person who can give my daughter the best hairstyle. But if something happened to my wife and she's unable to wash the hair, comb out the hair, I'm going to do my best. No, my best might look like a rasta when it's done. And this is no disrespect to rastas. All right, I'm just saying, or maybe it's Bojan, one of them. But it will look rather undone. But the fact of the matter is, I have a role to play. I see myself as the person who needs to catch my wife where she leaves off. Now, you know, on that note, so as I mentioned before, for me, if my wife is in the kitchen and doing the cooking and all that stuff, then there are some other duties around the house that needs to be done. Like, for example, vacuum in the house. Thank God we have vacuum now. Step up in our life. There were the times when it used to be broom and spade. So we used to broom and spade the thing till now God elevate us so we can vacuum. Also, spreading the bed, we do that. Just taking initiative. It's not about outlining a role. And there are some people who have a timetable. We are not so rigid. We don't have no timetable because we want to have fun doing it. We want to enjoy. It's a form of dating. It's a form of getting to know each other. It's a form of supporting each other without any legalistic implications. It's just meeting each other halfway. So, anything, if it's laundry, if I need to go in, I'm going and get the laundry done. Because at the end of the day, the more support that is given in the household, the more better the relationship is.
Again, the more better.
Something like that. The more what? The more happy the relationship will be. Yes. So that's how we do it. Within our household. So anybody can do just about anything. I was surprised this week how, my wife will take it upon herself. Now, I am the man, and me deal with the fixing in the house. So we had a particular cupboard that was suffered some damage because of manhandling. I had it in mind to fix it, just me want to fix it because I am the man. So while I was doing my regular devotional broadcast like I normally do, is that time my wife chose to decide to fix cupboard because she knew I cannot intervene at that time and tell her I am going to do it. So she chose a time when I'm busy online.
No, listen. This is where you need to give me my props. We did not have the correct tool to repair the cupboard.
Yeah.
Now he was like, okay, we'll try to get the tool. Now I am the type who will improvise, and I use my hand. What I'm saying, use your hand and turn fashion?
Something like that.
Something like that. And I did what I needed to do, and I found a way to fix it. And I was like, check it out. It depends on your strengths. My strength is anything that requires creativity, that kind of hands-on stuff, trying to put things together. He needed the tool. I didn't have the tool, but I tried to find a way to do it. So it all has to do with what goes well with you.
Exactly. So if we could sum up this presentation this week on the matter of gender role, we just want to say think of your relationship as a team effort. All right, whatever you do, it's a team effort. I am not going to tell you to go ahead and establish any timetable and tell anybody that you're going to do this Tuesday, you're going to do this Wednesday. When you do that, then you subject it to scrutiny. And when there's scrutiny, there's often more criticism, and
it's not flexible.
And it's highlighting of the negative, and it also highlights who do more from who do less. And that's another thing you want to get from out of your relationship if you're going to manage conflicts. So it's about helping where you as a man, as a woman, be vigilant, be observant. Just look and see where the other partner needs help. Use your initiative.
And on that note, I will say that, and he can testify to this. If I'm feeling overwhelmed, he's going to feel it, because I can be
miserable,
very
cross,
very
angry,
very
miserable.
We all need to strike a balance. Men, it's not that we're saying that you have to come and do everything, or
be vigilant.
Yeah, I'll be in the kitchen and he would just approach me from behind and show his presence, give me a little kiss, hug me up or something. And let me tell you, it does so much. So it's not that we're saying that you need to come and do, yes, help us, help us.
Yeah, but
But I mean, presence also plays an important role. Don't make me feel like, say, boy, we're overwhelmed, are you for do this? The Bible in Genesis, when God created woman, he never said she's going to be the helper. Many persons misinterpret the word helpmate and think that it means helper. It means support. Companion, it means support, it means a part of a team. You're together, and you when people together, them do things together, and just like on one of the other things, please help with the chores. And as Nicholas said, a lot of times women, because they have to do so much, and if they're alone in this, then some things are going to be left, right? And then when it leaves, who's going to complain about how the place untidy?
Right. So, and as my wife mentioned helpmate there, I just want to piggyback on it a little bit and just tell you helpmate support. And guess who come to support who? The woman come to support the man. So, gentlemen, you have to make sure you understand what support means. She doesn't come to replace the work. She comes to help you with the work that you should be doing and you should be carrying out. So, you better take notes. Another thing that I try to do, we have to just be creative around the house in order to spend time with the kids and to teach them. Responsibility as well. I take them. So whenever I have to, maybe I decide I'm going to do vacuum, I'm going to spread the bed. It's not that I can't do it, but I take them. They are 5 years old and 2 years old. I take them, I show them. They might not do it so well after they leave, then I go back and fix whatever they did. I'm just alone. I take them to the kitchen, have them, doing the wiping down of the counters. It's not about perfection. It's about spending time with them, helping them to feel valuable. So even them start feeling like they're putting the input into the work.
Right.
So
everybody plays a role in the process.
Right, and the ideal thing that I want to put here is that we don't have a timetable. We don't have anything that is systematic. There's nothing that has Daniel's name on it or Nicholas's name on it. What we have is, like I said, a system where we understand each other. We try to reach each other at their breaking point, or if anything, prevent that breaking point, because that breaking point is going to open the door for an unnecessary argument. It's going to open the door for something that you're not going to enjoy. And so, and also it promotes the unity in the family, the relationship. It demonstrates togetherness. It demonstrates value much more. By doing that, less emphasis is placed on who did what, what amount this person did. It removes the whole quantifying of the work and just allow you to just enjoy the presence and enjoy each other's presence as a family. So if we can recommend anything for any couple, get to start functioning as a team. If you're playing on a football team, there's somebody who is best at goalkeeping. That person is called a goalkeeper. But if the other team kicks the ball towards the goal and the goalkeeper misses the ball and the defender is on the line, should the defender allow the ball to go in the goal, because it is the responsibility of the goalkeeper? If your answer is as good as mine, then you would know and you would agree that the defender must do everything to save the ball. Why? Because at the end of the day, the statistics is not going to read that the defender or the goalkeeper lost the game. It's going to say the team lost the game. So if I can use that analogy, I want you to know that marriage is pretty much a team. Relationship is a team effort, and so both persons, all members of the family, must work together as a team for the common good. Work together for the common success.
Yeah, and the intention of doing this is not to lash out on anybody. You know, people are socialized differently, and the way you're socialized, the what you saw happening when you were growing up, sometimes influences how you basically act in your particular relationship now. But we want to say that it has not been like this for us like all the time. You know, we have learned.
We have had
you know,
to socialize.
we've had to re-socialize.
Yes.
You know,
wife love criticize. You know, this no look good.
It's not that, but
neat,
you know, well, we did establish earlier that I can be miserable at times, and sometimes, and that is very important. It's very important for you to listen to each other, because although I might come across miserable, you know,
there's a message.
There is a message. Not that I'm always right. But the cry that is coming out from within needs to be addressed.
Yes.
And if we address those issues, then we can have that happy ever after.
That Cinderella, you know, Cinderella kind of marriage, you know. The marriage that brings what them call them something again? Goosebump? Goosebump. Alright, so marriage is work, people. Marriage is hard work, as my wife qualifies it. But it can be done from a team's effort. Alright? So remember, you are a team in your relationship with everything. Right? It is not one person that will look bad, it's the entire family. When people are criticizing the family, the family is the family that is going to be criticized, not just the husband or the wife. You got to hear so them live bad, them stay bad, them miserable, them unhappy. They're going to say the worst things about you all. So guess what? Your only other partner in this game is a spouse. The miserable, cross, angry spouse. You have to find a way to make it work. Alright? You have to find a way to make sure that you can have a lifetime.
And have fun doing it. There's so much that you can use, that you can do to have fun while doing it.
Yeah, turn up some music.
Yeah,
dance.
play some music, dance.
Do some dance. Do some aerobics. Yeah, do some exercise while you do it. Can you imagine you have broomstick up, push up, and all that? Yeah. Make it fun, people. Make it fun. Spin around on your stick. You know? Yeah, muggle with your stick too. You know?
Yeah, you're sweeping and, you know, your wife in the kitchen, you know, cooking. You go on, you grab her and you spin 2 times. You know, you give her a nice kiss, your walls out. You know, listen have some fun.
Chores can be fun. Chores can. Trust me. We.
Marriage is going to be what you allow it to be, you know.
Yep.
So be the driver.
Yep.
You know, and dictate your terms. If you have been, you know, allowing your wife to do most of the work, if the men have been doing a lot of work, you know, the woman sit down and because she have her fancy nails, she can't do nothing. You know, this is something that's balanced. We're just saying to everybody, female, male, it's a team. You know, don't allow the one person to feel like they're doing too much or they're doing everything.
And don't let the chores feel like work. Alright? Like we say. No, enjoy it, man. Let it be like another like a dating plan. You know, set up the chores in the house like a dating thing. You know what I mean? You know, make it special. Drop some rose or something. You know, put all a champagne on the corner. And every time I come, I slap 2 glasses after I sweep down something or I brush down something. Make it fun. Make it fun and exciting. And trust me, if you take those little things and do that, you know, you will realize how love in a relationship can be.
Arguments.
You know, yeah. And one other thing I want to say is that if you notice, even in this particular season that we're in, the quarantine season, I'm sure that you're realizing the things that you actually need. So some of us used to have to go on big expensive date in order to make the other one feel special. Well, see, now you can't go. you still have a responsibility. Be innovative. Use your chores.
Tweak the chores.
Yeah, and turn them into dates. Alright? And make it special. So, please comment below. Let us know how you have been, how you have been sharing the chores, approaching the chores, approaching the duties in the household, because we are open to learning from you as well. And of course, those other persons who watch this video will be looking out for the views and perspective of other couples. What if you have a wonderful idea that we can incorporate?
Yeah, something that we can use to spruce up or
spice
up
on this.
Or spice up or
relationship.
Chores.
Yeah. All right. So give us your ideas, comment your ideas below, and guess what? Until next time, it is Mr. and Mrs. Robdon Couples
Corner. We're out.